I have had the opportunity to partner and learn alongside NORPA in developing the Underlibrary of Unofficial History. My name's Samantha Lynch. I'm from the Catholic Schools Office. I brought along some friends from the Clarence Valley Council to do some investigations in your school. There's some kind of activity going on in your school that we need to find out more about.
Is this St. Joseph's McLean?
Yes! The purpose of the project was to enhance the history syllabus through the arts.
We don't know what's happening!
One of the things that I've really loved is seeing the creativeness of the NORPA team in bringing the kids and igniting their imagination into the world of story in history.
Today we had Zelda turn up with an absolutely fabulous prop, which was a box which she used to tell a story, a storytelling box. It was really, really good.
Surrounded by a vast silver sea, pressed to the keyhole.
What the?
Holy! The books! Save the books!
I'm telling the story of Zelda and Albus, who are twins who live in an old library, but this is set far, far in the future. And a series of events take place, but essentially my brother gets lost in time.
The head librarian was a man named Finch.
And the head librarian, he's thrown Albus, my brother, into a bubble, which is a time-travelling bubble. So he's kind of lost in time, and my job is to find him. But I can't do it on my own. I need to elicit the help of the kids.
I think he found a way to get this message to me. From the past to the future. From today to tomorrow.
Time travel.
You see, a book is a kind of time capsule. We put ideas inside them and send them to the future. And whenever someone opens it to read, well, those ideas have travelled through time.
Through that story, they've really engaged in historical inquiry.
One story, one truth. And now we're all on the same page.
It also helps their imaginations, and that's really important. And that critical thinking, imaginative thinking, the idea that we respond to things that we don't have. History doesn't happen to us, learning doesn't happen, but we are engaged in the learning and we have that voice and choice and take part in the learning. So I think it's an amazing opportunity.
Can you help me work this out?
So Albus, he loves puzzles and loves riddles and loves mysteries. So he has set these various puzzles and code-breaking activities for the children and I to solve so that we can find Albus.
Dear Zelda, before you leave, don't forget to take the postcards. You'll need them to solve some of the puzzles I've left. Love, Albus.
I figured that out.
In this postcard, he was in Ballina.
Yeah, there's been postcards and other artefacts, I guess, that have been mysteriously appearing in the classroom that the kids have absolutely loved. They've come from the office, they've come from a postman, delivery driver, they've appeared in kids' books. Every time there's a little bit more been added to the story, and it's been quite a mind-blowing experience for the kids. They've been amazed by everything that's happening and trying to make connections and full of questions and theories.
And the kids became historical detectives, and they looked for all of the clues that they could find on the postcards. In the morning I would come in early and just lay them on, put them on the board, and the kids would enter and go, oh, another one's arrived, and the excitement was contagious. It was amazing.
So I don't know where your library is, but can you show me?
What if Albus is sitting there reading a book going, That's what we meant. Okay, can we wear these? No, you need 3D glasses. What?
Having all the clues follow a sequence to lead them down the path of discovery it was very clever, and I can tell like so much thought and effort and planning had gone into it, and it just went beautifully.
And they solved a whole lot of clues and puzzles, and on the back end of that they were able to help her in the premise of the story to find her brother.
You're going to need a clue from D, E and F to help locate the cocoons on the map. Where's the map? Is there a map?
In teams and groups is also another skill that you want to promote, because collaboration is the key. The more brains together, the more brain power you have. It was a planned event, but it mimicked lots of skills that we want them to do in real life.
They've actually engaged with the characters, truly begging Zelda to go through time with her and to become part of the story with her, or inviting her back into the classroom so that they can see whether the skills that they've employed throughout the show actually help to solve the problem that Zelda had.
It's making a symbol. What symbol is it?
If you're listening to this, that means you and your friends have solved the last of the puzzles. That means you will have learned how to time travel and read my postcards and solved the timeline cards and made sense of all the clues. Look how smart you are.
And one of the really nice things about teaching this way is it really helps our kids to develop an empathetic understanding for someone else, because they ask questions that they wouldn't normally ask when it's all taught in a flat recount mode, which is what our history syllabus says we shouldn't do, but we often do.
It'd be a great launchpad for the kids into their writing, in their creative arts, the drama side of things, and again the history with the research skills and investigating sort of events from time gone by and sequencing them in timelines and all that sorts of stuff.
I think it's been a really successful project and a really great test of form and how we can bring theatre into schools and move theatre out of the box, the black box, and move it out into the real world and sort of reframe the child's world as a playful, creative space where they're main players.
Thank you so much.
Encourage our children to think differently, to be creative, and to use drama to help them understand their world and other worlds.
On every subject that you could possibly imagine.